go. Neutral, fire it up. Alright, HadesOmega here. We're riding the Royal Enfield Classic 500. The one with the military paint job on it. It's really vibey. Really vibey at idle. So, it's a pretty cool looking bike. It's OD green, man. Alright, army looking. It's very vibey. We'll see how it is when it rides. Hopefully it's smooth. But it's a single cylinder, 500 cc's. Very classic looking bike. Gas cap right here, big tank. It kind of reminds me, what does it remind me of? I've ridden a bike very similar to this. It reminds me of riding like a Triumph Speedmaster or something, but it's definitely not going to have the get up and go of a Speedmaster. I'll tell you that. So I'm 5'10", 175 pounds, and I can heel foot it. It's pretty low. Pretty low. Wide though. It's wide. Alright, here we go. Hopefully there's nothing wrong with it. It's kind of strange riding it. My legs are spread pretty wide apart. So far, so good. It vibrates a lot, dude. I don't know, man. Is that how a classic bike is supposed to ride? I'm doing like 20 miles an hour, and I feel like I'm riding like on a paint shaker. Whoa! I did a little jump there. It's a pretty stiff suspension, I guess. It doesn't have a whole lot of travel. Alright, let's see. Hopefully there's nothing wrong with it. Trying to figure out. Okay, I'm going to be on the left. Alright, so far so good. So we're just, HadesOmega is just going to take this machine out for a ride, and I'll give you my honest riding impressions of it. I honestly don't really know too much about it. I don't know how much MSRP is on this. I had the sheet earlier, but I don't remember. I'll put a subtitle below how much MSRP is on this guy. Really simple gauge cluster, and it's like kind of like you gotta really look down to see it. So basically in the top center is your speedometer, and it goes from 0 to 100. 100 only, right? And there's kilometers on the bottom, and it has like a kind of like an analog, you know, the rolly digits type of odometer. No, it doesn't even look like it has a trip meter, man. How do you know when you run out of gas? So I'm trying to, actually, I don't know if there's a trip meter on this bike, but I don't know if I've ever, there we go. Come on, let's go! Let's go! So this actually has more, this has a bigger engine than the Himalayan that's right in front of us. It seems fine. It is really vibey, dude. I don't know if I would be able to ride this for a long amount of time before my digits get what's the word? Become numb. It's pretty comfy to ride though. The seat has springs on it, okay? So you got your, you got your motorcycle suspension, and then you got another suspension on the seat. It's a little springy thing. So yeah, look at that one on the right there. That one on the right here has a little springy thingy, like, yeah, so they were having some problems with this. They said that the choke was on or something. That's why it was doing that. So there is a little, even though this is fuel injected, it has a little choke lever on it. The Himalaya is like that too. So if you have it down and you're riding and you forget it, it'll remind you when you don't have power. Yeah, so very comfortable. It is very comfortable. But it's really vibey when you're riding. And the gauge cluster on the bottom of the big dial is a high beam. High beam, we should probably leave that on. A turn signal indicator. And I'll tell you this, I'm wearing smoke lenses, but even in the daytime, it's kind of hard to see the whatchamacallits, the indicator lights. on it. Get on it. That's it. Twist that throttle. she's a, I don't know, man. It's not a very powerful bike. You need to twist it more to get it to go. I'm talking about that girl riding the Himalaya. Yeah, it's pretty, man, it's vibe a lot though, man. It seems fine. We're riding at 40 miles an hour and it, you know, just cruising right along. Very comfortable to ride. My arms are kind of low on it. Yeah, so I'm 5'10", 175 pounds. I feel like I'm sitting straight up, like on a chair or something. But my hands are kind of low. They're kind of low and they're kind of stretched out. But it's not bad. I like it. It's just the vibes. It's really vibey. I wonder if you can lug it. It's less vibey. It's less vibey with the throttle at a higher gear. Yeah, you just kind of lug it. Now it has like no power though. It's just humming right along. The interesting thing, the first bike I owned was a Zephyr 550, so 500 cc, just like this. It's just got just enough power to get on the freeway. And I'd imagine this probably has just enough power to get on the freeway too. I mean, it's enough power to get on the freeway and have enough power to do, you know, to pass if you need it, you know. Not like a 250 or anything, right? Mirrors are really, you got these long kind of chrome looking mirrors. If you ask me, man, it's got this OD green paint job, very military looking, but it's got like chrome accents and stuff. So it kind of, you know, you would think they would be black, right? If it was a military bike, you would think it would be blacked out, you know, more subdued, you know, type of colors, like a matte black or a flat black. But we got these mirrors, these big. Oh, okay. I'm gonna go behind. Oh. Man, I did not want to rev. I think I hit the rev limiter. Yeah, the shifter. Okay, I'm sorry. I kind of don't like the shifter on this bike. It's kind of hard to feel where the next gear is and everything. That was nice. He kind of blocked the car for me. All right, here we go. Corner time. It doesn't rev a whole lot. Come on! Come on! Let's do a little bit faster! I know we're probably going to break the speed limit, but yeah, it's a really low revving engine, and you can't, there's no tachometer, so you can't, you know, you have to kind of guess. It likes to be lugged, you know? Sorta. Yeah, it rides pretty much like any other motorcycle. Well, plus when you're trying to, oh my God, she's taking her sweet time taking off, man. Yeah, no, it goes. I can't ride fast enough to thing. Not bad for going around the corner. It's all right. I don't think we're gonna scrape any pegs on this ride. Yeah, if the, you know, the vibrations is the one thing I can notice the most on this bike. It vibrates a lot, dude. If you're revving it, it's vibrating a whole lot. So, if you're, uh-oh, here we go, we're on the hill. It's hard to tell if we're in the lowest gear. Here we go, full throttle. That's it. That's all she's gonna go. not bad. Oh. I left my blinker on. Anyway, so what is it? Yeah, so it really likes to be lugged, man. If you're just cruising at like 40, kick it up in a higher gear, and then it just, you know, it just chugs right along, you know. And then if you need to accelerate, just downshift and give it the beans. But yeah, if the vibrations are bothering you, which they do at a higher RPM, just, you know, shift up, lug the engine. So that leads me to believe, like, what's it like to ride this on the freeway for extended periods of time? I tell you this, man, I had a KLR 650 and the counterbalancer was messed up, like it was out of time, and it vibrated a whole lot. I could not ride that thing more than like 20 miles before my hands started going numb from the vibrations, you know? Oh! I know I dropped it. I really don't like the shifter on this bike, man. It yeah. Look, when you shift down, it just kind of keeps on going, you know. There's no like stop to it. Like most bikes will just stop, you know, and then this one, it kind of feels like, you know, it just stops, or it just keeps on going. It feels really weird, and it's kind of hard to tell you're neutral. It's hard to tell when you shift up a gear or down the gear. It just, you know, you get no feedback from the shifter. All right, yeah, so they're gonna put me in front of her because she's. Man, I know that thing. That thing has only got. This has only got 100 cc's on that bike, and that bike is probably lighter than this. So I know you can go. That thing will go. You just need to rev it, because I just rode it. It's not, you know. This one, yeah, I think I hit the rev limiter and it started like sputtering and stuff. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and then you just throw it in a higher gear when you don't want it to vibrate. I figured it out! Haha! It's actually quite smooth when you're lugging it too. I like it. Yeah. Yeah. It's got a lot of character to it. I'm not gonna lie, dude. It's got a lot of character. It's a military painted bike and everything with chrome accents. If this were my bike, I would just like plasti dip all the chrome stuff. I'll tell you that now. There's a big engine light and a big fuel light. I don't know how many miles it is for the fuel thing. Okay, so we're kind of lugging it right now. I'm gonna twist it and see if it goes anywhere. Not really, like a little bit, a little chug, and then it starts to pick up a little bit. If you really want it to take off, you gotta downshift. Yeah, downshift and it'll go. But then, yeah. See, now it's vibrating now. You can't see it's vibrating, but I'll tell you it's vibrating. The handlebar's vibrating a whole lot. So you want to shift up, maybe shift up again. I'm probably in the top gear now. Now it's not going anywhere though. So the power, you know, the way you ride it is very, very interesting. It's very different compared to most bikes that I've ridden, you know. You gotta really just let it chug along, you know, and it doesn't have a whole lot of power either to do that. But it's kind of fun, man. It's classic. You're riding a piece of history. It balances well. You can do the slow race pretty well in it, man. Oh, there we go. It's actually not that heavy too. It's pretty light. Yeah. Yeah, it's not bad. You know, it's not too intimidating to ride. Is what I'm gonna say. But yeah, you just kind of have to get used to the power, the way the way its manners, you know. All right, here we go. See how it feels going over the Barolo tracks. We got that suspension on the seat, man. So let's see. Whatever. It's all right. But yeah, I thought it was kind of funny that it had suspension for the seat, you know. Whee! Yeah, so it'll let you know when to shift because it'll start vibrating a whole lot. That's when you know you need to shift, unless you're accelerating. I think, man, I hit neutral. keep on doing. I keep on hitting neutral and I drop it in the first, and then it locks up the rear. It's not. That's not cool. Oh, there we go. It's actually pretty good at riding slow, though. Here we go. Power. I hit the rev limiter. I felt it. You'll feel it. It'll go, and then it's like it almost hits a brick wall. Like, oh, that's time to shift. Sorry, I know it's a new bike too. I shouldn't be doing that, but yeah, I know it's a new bike. You got to break it in, right? But I know people tell me that in my videos, like, yeah, you just ruined the bike. I'm like, well, you know, I'm pretty sure they designed it that way. Some bikes they design it to just be ridden whatever, you know, from the factory. So it's got a very narrow power band. I think we're in neutral again. I hit neutral again. What's up with that? It does not like to go in the first. It just goes into neutral. Maybe that's a thing with this transmission. I don't know. I'm not really happy with the transmission on this bike. Did I honk somebody? But yeah, at least it runs fine. It vibrates a little bit at idle. It's got a lot of character. That's all I'm gonna say, man. This little rubber thingy is coming out here from the. I'll tell you, the fit and finish is probably not. It's not as good as the Himalayan. I rode the Himalayan. I just rode the Himalayan, and I thought the build quality was great. The build quality is okay on this one. It's okay. It's nothing to write home about. I'll tell you that, because I see this little rubber thingy, grommet sticking out of the gauge cluster here. You know. But maybe that's just this demo bike. I don't know, man. Oh, here we go, man. We're gonna use the power. The power. Here we go. It doesn't have very much of an urgency to accelerate. Come on, guys, let's go. This Harley Davidson that kind of just snuck in with us. All right, we're gonna kind of carve some corner here, or not. Apparently, we're not. Oh! I keep on putting in neutral. Don't drop it in the first. It's so annoying. We gained another bike. Oh, no, okay, now we, oh, there, she came back. Yeah, I really don't like that, how it just goes into neutral. I feel like I want to downshift it more too. I just feel like I really got to get used to the power band, the shifting on this bike. It's very strange. Okay. All right, that is it. That was a Royal Enfield Classic 500 that I rode with the military looks on it. I think it's an okay bike. I think it's a good kind of starter bike, you know. It seemed okay on the freeway. It doesn't have a whole lot of urgency to get anywhere. That's for sure, man. It's not a screamer. But it's kind of fun to ride. It's kind of, like I said, it's quirky. It's got a lot of character. If you usually need a bike to just kind of putt around, then this is a good one, you know. Man, I'm gonna go like over here and turn around. Oh, I could do it right here. It actually has some pretty good steering. Yeah, actually, it's not bad for riding slow. It's the steering. It steers a whole lot. I'm surprised. I'm surprised how well it is, how good it is to ride it slow. When I was turning it, I was like, hey, the handlebars are still turning. I'm like, that's amazing. Yeah, it has a lot of lock, steering lock. It's pretty good for riding slow, which is one thing it excels at. It excels at riding slow. I'll tell you that now. And like, for some reason, it just wanted to drop into neutral all the time. And the interesting thing about this bike is if you put the kickstand down. Yeah, okay, so it doesn't, so there you go, it doesn't turn on if it cranks, but the kickstand's down. But yeah, it was kind of cool. It is kind of cool, I like it. I think it's got a little case, actually, let me see this, let me see what this is. Oh yeah, look at that, what is this? I think that's the air filter, man. What is this? Oh, maybe it's a toolkit. That might be a toolkit. That's what that is. Yeah, I think that might be a toolkit. It's pretty cool. I thought it was, you know, put your sandwich in it. Oh, there's another one on the other side. Let's see what that is. Let's see this. It's kind of like a battery tender dealy. Oh yeah, look at that. So this is where all the fuses and stuff are. There's a little toolkit thing here. I don't know what was on the other one, but there was something hiding back there. I don't want that thing to fall out while they're riding, you know. There's another key right here. What's this do? So many keyholes on this bike. There's a steering lock right here too. So there's like 4 keys on this bike. That's interesting. All right, well there it is. I thought it's kind of funny that like it's got a military paint job, but it's got like lots of chrome on it. Yeah, I thought it was kind of weird. You would think it would be black, you know, like the little bar on the back there is black. It would be that color black. It's a kind of cool bike. I think if you're just you know, want something to put around with, and it's a good bike, you know, especially for the price. I'll put the MSRP below. It's really, you know, you definitely, lots of people ask questions when you ride it, that's for sure. Actually, I don't think I've ever seen any Royal Enfields on the road either. I know they've been selling them in the States for quite a while, but I just never see them, you know. It does have a kickstart too. They showed you how to kickstart. Alright, let's see if Merlin can try to kickstart it. Alright, so on, kickstand up, it will not start. Kickstarter. So they said you have to feel for top dead center. I think it might be a top dead center already. Nope. Nope. There we go, there we go. I got like, it took me like 3 tries to get it, but I got it. Alright, let's try it again. So you kind of have to wait. You have to kind of push it down until you feel some resistance. Okay, and then bring the kickstart up, and then give it a good kick. I got it once. There we go. So it says 3 kicks to start it. There you go. It does have a Kickstarter. It's not too hard to kickstart, but just kind of have to learn the trick. But they said you gotta move the Kickstarter down until you feel some resistance. Then you know you're at top dead center, and then give it a good kick. But every time it took me like 3 times. So just imagine how would it feel like. Just imagine it might be hard to do it when it's cold. But it's nice that it has a Kickstarter. If your battery dies, then you can still start the bike. So it's a nice backup feature to have. All right, kind of enjoyed riding it. It's a, you know, it's a cool bike. All right, here's we go.